Hello, everybody. I'm Bill Oxterman, Director of Public Information for Muskegon Community College, here in the Tampa studios of MCC TV 98. We have a very special guest we're going to be interviewing today about some potential activity coming to Greater Muskegon. So at this juncture, I'd like to introduce JimmyO. His real name is JimmyO Hearn, and he's in a short time here in Greater Muskegon achieved a bit of notoriety and being involved with the Senior Olympics. In fact, he's a gold medal winner in several events, and I'm sure glad I don't have to race him. But welcome to campus, Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Bill, and I'm delighted to be here, and it's a real privilege for me to be here. Thank you.
Now, I've got a copy of the Muskegon Chronicle story talking about all the your prowess on the track, but we really want to talk today about what it all means to folks to get involved with something like Senior Olympics, and what the possibilities are, and the impact on the lifestyle. And I know you got into it. You've been a kind of a fitness person for a while.
Yes.
But how did you get involved with Senior Olympics, and what do you like about it?
Well, I got involved. I was first made aware of the Senior Olympics in about 2003, and I had not heard of the Senior Olympics before. And so I started reading up on it and having communication, became a member, and I'm also a member of U.S. Track and Field. And then decided in 2004 that I would enter the Senior Olympics for the first time. So I've been in it for 5 years. I'm going on my 6th year. It is a great, great venue. The experience that you come away with, even if you only were there to witness and to view what was going on, you couldn't help but be motivated. And their story, you know, it's kind of fun to be talking to people in their 80s and 90s. I feel like a teenager. But there's always a story behind the face. And to learn about these people, and you know that a lot of these people are in pain. You know, that everybody has their always, the older you get. But when you see people 80, 90 years old and younger competing, and I mean really, really trying their best, it is so gratifying. And people who have a lady, 83 years old in Decatur, Illinois, 3-time survivor of cancer, entered the 5,000 meter and won.
Wow.
So those are the stories that come out of that.
Okay. So a little bit about your background. You indicated you got involved in the Senior Olympics in 04 or 05, but you were in Wisconsin then.
Yes.
Retired business consultant, your background. So
yes.
You said earlier you bleed green and yellow for the Packers. I see you have a U of M shirt on.
I came prepared.
Here's my Ohio State one, but that's okay. So what, you've been in Muskegon now since the summer of 07?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. And quickly got involved with the Michigan Senior Olympics, is that right?
I did. 08 was my first year in competing in Michigan. And so I met a lot of new friends during that experience. But I must say that the people, I get involved with the senior centers, and the people in Muskegon especially have been just wonderful to me. I mean, it's a great, great sort of a neighborly type community, and I'm just enjoying it. I have no intention of moving back to Wisconsin.
Okay. So you've got some goals set for you for the next competition. I know I thought it was a pretty remarkable time. You ran a 14-point something 100-yard dash, and that's a very good speed at any age. But you're what, 70 years old?
I will be 71 in July by the next Olympics. Yes. So.
Okay. So, what are your dreams and goals for West Michigan in terms of Senior Olympics as we go forward here? What would you like to see?
I would like to see the Senior Olympics or the Senior Games come to Muskegon. And that's really my ultimate goal besides competing in the Olympics. I want the people who have lived here and have moved here to really see close up the experience of the Senior Olympics. And that, I think we can attract people that are younger. I'm talking about high school students. I work out at one of the local high schools here, and Made a lot of friends with the football team. I worked out at Mona Shores High School, and with the other, track and field people. But the nice thing is you don't have to be a All-American to enter the Senior Olympics. I had no idea how I would do. I just knew that I wanted to do it. You don't have to qualify. You just send them a check. You can get in the Senior Olympics. If you win there, you move on to the Nationals, which are going to be in California this year. But I just feel that with a venue that Muskegon has, the water and the proximity, the close proximity of all where events can be held, a lot easier than what we had in Rochester. We had to travel quite a ways to different events. And it would have that exposure and become a part of the community when you have over 2,000 athletes that go to bed every night at 9. It's great for the community. It would bring a lot of business to Muskegon.
Sure. The hotels wouldn't have to hire a lot of extra security.
That's right.
So going forward, your goal right now is to kind of make people aware of Senior Olympics, promote a healthy, active lifestyle for people in their golden years.
Yes.
How do people go about getting involved, even here locally? Are there exercise groups, or how do they find out, get information about Senior Olympics? Say they want to start training to compete, and what kind of events are there?
Okay, let me start with the last point.
Okay.
The events, we have every event that the regular Olympics has, with the exception of equestrian, and the other one is shooting, which goes to prove a point. They do not want seniors on a horse or have a gun. But otherwise, they have all the different events. We have track and field. There's over 200 that compete in track and field. We have the most popular thing right now, which is a ribbon event, not a medal event, is sport dance. Over 600 in that particular thing. Ballroom dancing, there's probably, I'm going to guess, maybe 150. Swimming and golf. The most popular sport coming up is called pickleball, which is a combination between tennis and ping pong, played with a wooden paddle, white wiffle ball, and the net's a little higher than a tennis net. It's just unbelievable. There were 60 people that signed up last year, the first year. 40 were women.
Wow.
It's really an excellent sport. So how do people get involved? I'm going to be holding some meetings starting with the last 2 weeks of January, and probably some carryover. There'll be some announcements in the paper. And so they can contact me, and or the headquarters for the Senior Olympics, as far as information, will be at the gym in North Muskegon. And they can just call there, and we'll tell them when the meetings are going to be as far as follow-up meetings. I'll be getting all the packets, and so that's the introduction, the introductory offer. And then I'll tell them about the rules and regulations. We work under the rules and regulations of U.S. Track and Field. And Senior Olympics and the Senior Games, we both work underneath that particular umbrella guideline. And so we follow those particular things. So they'll be told what they'll be given a rule book. We're going to hold the Senior Olympic training. I'm going to be conducting classes. No matter what you're going to be entering into, we're going to teach something about that, the technical, and then also from the athletic side.
So information will be forthcoming, and it will be made public. Watch your Muskegon Chronicle and other venues to find out about opportunities to get involved.
Exactly.
Any personal anecdotes you want to share with the audience about the benefits of doing this?
Two come to mind. There was a gentleman who was 81, and his name was Ralph, and he was in the ball and hammer throw. And at 81, you don't have a lot of guys throwing the ball and hammer, and when he started to whip that around his head,
everybody scattered.
Said, let's get out of here. And so I said, Ralph, and he said, what? I said, you're the only one in this event. Drop it and you win. So he dropped it and it won. But from a personal standpoint, Bill, in 2004, I was in the process of overcoming prostate cancer. And that was a real tough year. And you're drinking fluid.